This is the Little Moments Count radio podcast, created in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. Each episode, you'll hear interviews with early childhood experts on how to support the important brain development that takes place in the first 1,000 days of life, just through little moments every day. Learn more at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.
FM 89.9 KMOJ is 89.9. Walter Q. Bear Banks Jr. got you on the afternoon drive. Cloudy day, but at the same time, 63 degrees, a good possible chance of some late night showers. But every other Tuesday, coming up, we have a thing called Little Moments Count. Now, let me give you just a little bit of insight. Little Moments Count is a statewide collaborative focusing on helping parents and caregivers learn about the importance of brain development for the first 3 years of a young one's life. Nearly 80% of the brain growth happens during the first 1,000 days of a small person's moment of interaction when it comes to talking, playing, reading, singing, touch, the whole nine. And it helps them with that brain set and that mindset of getting that clarity about the stage of life. And if you like more information or like to visit more information, you can always lock in at littlemomentscount.org. On the phone line, I got Sarah Warren. I'd like to say good afternoon to you, and how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I feel so blessed to be a part of this little moment. I hope I can make it count.
Oh, it's going to definitely count. It's going to definitely count. Can you, for the listening audience, give us just a little bit about yourself? Because you do a lot of things when it comes to the educational side and also with youngsters and youth as well as a book rights and the whole nine. So talk about it for a moment.
Oh, sure. So I started out as a preschool teacher. I worked for Head Start for many years and the YWCA Children's Center. And I noticed that, all these books I was sharing with my scholars, many of them didn't have characters that shared our background. And so I started to write. I took all kinds of classes and eventually was able to start publishing books, mostly about really cool women who were using their everyday powers to change the world. So I wrote a fiction book biography about Beyonce, one about Stacey Abrams, about Dolores Huerta. I have one coming out about Majora Carter, just to kind of inspire, to show like it's possible to be a hero and to change things, and that the people who are heroic and doing these big things look like us. I also, after doing this work as a writer for a long time, realized that we needed more spaces where families and authors and illustrators could come together that were kind of on the terms of the families. A lot of times as an author, I was doing book launches and things like that and asking people to come into my space. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we can bring authors and illustrators out into the world, into communities. So I have a nonprofit now that I co-founded with another author called Picture Book Parade, and we bring the pages to the people. So we do book events at our anchor projects are at the Midtown Farmers Market in the Corcoran neighborhood, where the first Saturday of every month we bring authors and illustrators and story strolls, which are like books that we print up on signs so that kids can walk and wiggle and read the whole book, and story times out so that kids can see the books and they can meet the people who make them and share their ideas and share their thoughts. We also have another project at MSP Airport, so travelers can see books printed as a gallery display. They can go through and see books by Minnesota authors. Yeah, we want to bring, we love early literacy, we love diverse local authors, and we want to make sure that that we have a voice and that kids can get in contact with us.
Okay, so when it comes to youngsters and youth and that early stage of getting to that proper age of reading and learning to read, why is it so important on your end when we talk about heroes and we're talking about, women that can be seen and heard and have that visual of them seeing themselves as those persons when they're getting the opportunity to read a book that has some stories about life within itself, but it also includes them as well? Oh,
yeah. Well, I think you need to see yourself being able to stand in these shoes. There's an incredible a woman. Her name's Dr. Rudine Sims Bishop. She's a She's a professor. Some people call her the mother of multicultural children's literature. And she says, she has this quote, when children cannot find themselves reflected in the books they read, or when the images they see are distorted, negative, or laughable, they learn a powerful lesson about how they are devalued in the society of which they are a part. And so, I think, especially right now in my industry, book bans have really targeted books by and about people of color. And, we need to get our voice out there. We need to show our kids that they have a place in this world, and it's a valued place. They are valuable members of this society. And I also think it's important to show, these female heroes who, the people I write about, they are celebrities now, but they're just regular people that made choices. And most of all, they got help. Beyonce couldn't be Beyonce without all the help she's gotten in her life. Stacey Abrams is the same. We need to get support. We need to be able to ask for help. Not only do we have to be able to problem solve and do all the incredible things that heroes do to make the world a better place, and believe and and keep working, and not give up, but we also need to find those supports and not be afraid to ask for them, so that we can be the people that we want to be. And we need to find those people that can bring out the best in us.
Okay.
And books are a model for that. Like, books show us how to do it.
And so as a co-founder and executive director of Picture Book Parade, where would you like it to see it go? What's your mindset of where you like to see it be, and why co-found it?
Oh boy, we're doing so much great stuff, and I think sometimes when you're an artist, especially when you're a writer, I think you can be very isolated, and so I think just one of the cool things about this programming that we're doing is that there are all kinds of incredible organizations out there doing work, trying to connect with families, get books in the hands of kids, increase early literacy. And we get to bring all those folks together. So we're partnering with Read With Me Minnesota, Reach Out and Read. I'm also the chair of the Minnesota BIPOC Kidlit Creators, a collective of published illustrators and authors here in Minnesota. And so bringing all these artists that might just be kind of plugging away and doing the work and hustling in their own little corners, bringing us all together and showing the world our work, and then listening to our audience. Kids deserve to be listened to. So, by bringing us together, and then allowing for kids to have a platform too, and to platform their voice and tell us what they want to see. I think the more we can do that in a sustainable way, because I've realized I only have so much time. So, like, figuring out how to keep bringing all these groups together so that we can all do our work better, and as partners to each other. I think that's really powerful. And so, like your show too, like this, these moments where we can talk with people who care about this stuff, who care about kids, who care about our families. Like, all of us, if we can work together, I think we can really change the world, and we can make this world the place we want it to be for our kids.
And you being one that are doing a lot of different things in the community itself, and when it comes to the educational side, the book write, the author, all these different things, what do you have coming around the corner that you want the listening audience to be a part of or to come and see? But then even beyond that, if one would like to get in contact with you as well, what might that number or numbers be?
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're at Picture Book Parades at the Midtown Farmers Market from May to the end of October. We're there the first Saturday of every month. So if you want to come out, it's in the Corcoran neighborhood. We are there from 9 a.m. to noon. And I will be there giving away free books. We have a little free library there. And we have authors and illustrators coming out. So we've got Art Colson is going to be there. His book is a finalist for the Minnesota Book Award. He's going to be there to talk with people, to do a story time, to sign free books for people. John Coy is going to be there. Vanessa Lee Christensen will have board books. So first Saturday, come out, meet these authors and illustrators that look like us, that are doing this work, become their new biggest fans. We also have a year-long rotating picture book project happening at MSP Airport. So if you're in Concourse C in Terminal 1, it's in the C18 gallery. So it's like, You got to take a couple of moving walkways to get there, but you'll get there and you'll see this beautiful gallery that showcases work by diverse Minnesota authors. I'm also going to be at the Rewind Book Fair this Saturday and Sunday, the 18th and 19th, from 11 to 5. That's at the State Fairgrounds. It's like it's like the Scholastic Book Fair, but for grown-ups. And so there's going to be a lot of artists from the Minnesota BIPOC Kidlit Collective there too. So you can meet us, you can buy our books, you can see what we're all about. Have us come to your child's schools, have us come and do author events. We're here, we're in your community, and we want to connect with you.
And for the listening audience, once again, is there a phone number or website, something they can relock that in?
Yes. So you can find me at Sarah W. Books, Sarah with an H, sarahwbooks.com. My organization is picturebookparade.com. And then the Minnesota BIPOC Kidlit Collective is just that minbipocKidlit.com. So I'm in all those places and out in the world.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you very much for the time and opportunity to render your voice and your presence. And if by chance I missed a question or two, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just that I appreciate you. I appreciate you having these conversations. They really matter.
No doubt, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, none other than Sarah Warren, and doing a wonderful job, I might add, as well. And if you'd like more information or a copy of this particular segment here, you can lock in to littlemomentscount.org/podcast, or you can lock in to littlemomentscount.org. It's FM 89.9 KMOJ, no doubt about it, is the People's Station.
Thanks for listening to the Little Moments Count radio podcast in partnership with community radio stations throughout Minnesota. You can find the Little Moments Count radio podcast wherever you get your podcasts and at littlemomentscount.org/podcast.